Hi there guys, and welcome to the watch channel. So before we start the video, just like to ask, if you do like the content you're watching and you aren't subscribed, then please do consider subscribing and really appreciate your support. Okay, so guys, we are looking at the Seiko Speedtimer today. This is the reference SSC 819P, and it's essentially a Prospex model from Seiko with a solar quartz movement. Now the movement in here is a 6V192, and that is a 60-second chronograph. Now for those of you that watch the channel for some time, you'll be well aware of the fact that I am not a big fan of quartz chronographs. I don't have anything against quartz at all as a technology, as a timekeeping technology. I just don't like the fact that most quartz chronographs, when you click this button, it just makes the central hand move in 1 second increments. But never fear here, this 6V movement does actually have a 1/1/5 of a second chronograph central seconds running hand, so it operates in much more, or looks much more like a traditional mechanical chronograph. The difference here between the 6V and the VK movements, which are the Seiko mecha-quartz movements, is that once you actually press reset on these solar movements, you'll see the seconds hand there just sweeps back to 12, whereas the mecha-quartz snap back to 12, much more like a mechanical chronograph. Stated accuracy on the solar movement is 15 seconds per month, plus or minus, and once fully charged through these sub-dials that you can see here, which are the solar panels, you will have a power reserve of about 6 months. Now on this sub-dial here, you have the 12/24 hour indicator. On this left sub-dial here, you have the running seconds hand, and just down here, the bottom sub-dial is the minutes recorder, so up to 60 minutes. Some people have dubbed this watch the Seiko Daytona, and I think that's probably down to this bezel here, which is sort of like a ceramic bezel, very similar to the current production models of Daytona, Rolex Daytona, sorry. When we're looking at the dial here, you'll see that we have a date window at the 4:30 position. Whilst I like a date functionality on a watch, I must say that from a symmetry perspective, I would have liked to have seen Seiko remove that from this watch. I think it's a very, very nice dial, but I'm not a big fan of the date window at that position, and certainly on a chronograph watch such as this, I just think it just ruins the symmetry. Never fear for those night watchers. Luma Bright is here on the markers and the hands, and again with Luma Bright, most of you well know that that's not going to cause any problems visibility at night. 13.3 mils thick on the watch, so it does stand up a little bit. Again, I'll show you some pictures now so you can see them a bit on the wrist, but a very, very tiny little watch from Seiko, and I'm really pleased to see them releasing some new and classically designed sort of watches, something that's just a little bit different, but it's certainly got a little bit of class to it. Notice on the crown there, it does actually have a little bit more embellishing than what you'll typically find on a Prospex, and solid end links, screw down case back, and the bracelet. I really like this nice brushed finish, which is sort of oyster, Rolex sort of oyster-esque, and then looks almost like the presidential bracelets from the side, so a bit of a hybrid bracelet there. Nice clasp, and very well finished. The only negative that I would say is just the connection here between the case and the bracelet. It just seems to be a little bit of an afterthought. It's not a particularly well fitting bracelet, and the more and more I look at it, makes it look like it wasn't actually meant to be with this watch in the first instance. But that's my only real con about this watch. You do have a curved sapphire crystal there, and for me this watch is probably a home run. It does come in some nice colourways. So this is the all black variant, so I call this sort of like the Speedmaster style. It also has a panda dial, so a white dial with the black sub dials, and then there is also a sort of tan dialed variant, which is probably not to my liking, but everybody's different. So like I say, for me personally, either this one or the panda dial. I know that the panda dial has been very, very popular, so it's probably difficult to find that one. While we're on that topic, I do want to say a big shout out of thanks to starbuy.com.au who loaned us this watch. As per usual, I'll put a link in the description so that you guys can get a hold of that watch. So I also want to just give a shout out to starbuy.com.au. Just say thank you very much for loaning us this watch, and as per usual, I will put a link in the description so you can take a look at it on their site if you like. Anyway guys, I wish you all the best, stay safe, and thanks for watching. See ya.